Exactly. Like sometimes songs do come to you quick. Sometimes they don't.
Also, you know, one thing that I notice is people that are constantly putting shit out like that. Well, not all the time, and maybe I don't know this for a fact, you know, but most of those people actually have like teams like behind them, you know.
Oh yeah, like the bigger you get, the more people are that are involved for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean that's cool. I mean I'm sure like once you're like at that level, you do need the help, you do need a team. But I feel like when you're writing that song, like it should be you unless you want those other people to work with you and you trust them and you know that they know what they're doing, then that's cool too, you know?
Yeah. So just circling back just for a second, Forever True, that was your very last music video that you did, right? Okay. Personally, I think the music video is great. I think it evokes a lot of emotions.
Thank you.
You guys definitely hit it on the head. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to ask, when you visit the Jackie Mendez page on the Angel City website, it lists Forever True as like your upcoming single to your upcoming album. Is that album like still on its way, or?
Yeah. So my intentions are, you know, obviously it's gonna stem from that, but it's gonna be like a different thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's still gonna be like the same, you know, type of music. I do have like other styles I've incorporated. Still like a decision. I'm trying to think if I do release a album, if I'm gonna put Forever True on it, just because I would want it to be on the album. So that's like a possibility too, as far as that. But to make it stem from that release, it's not gonna be like.
Okay, so it's completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you for sure. Yeah, it's because I asked because
no, yeah, I'm glad you're asking.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just because, you know, when I was searching the internet trying to find like your discography, I wasn't finding that album. I was like, what album is that?
Like, why are you lying for? No, I'm kidding.
No, I was like, oh damn, was it? Yeah, I just wanted to know because I was like, okay, I found.
Yeah, it's definitely like a long overdue process of me like releasing like stuff. So I agree with you on that.
I got you. So what you're saying is, when you tell me like, okay, I kind of got caught up with life, you're saying stuff is still coming. Right now you're just busy though.
Yeah, it's just like I said, like from that gap, like there was just so much stuff going on, like tours and things like that. So it's been, you know, it's been like a, how could I say, like a journey in itself. Like, okay, now what, you know? And obviously after the tours, I was like, all right, I kind of want to like buckle down and just like write music. So that's what I started doing.
So when you go on tour as Jackie Mendez, oftentimes, I guess I just want to ask you to kind of give people that haven't gone on tour advice, you know, because oftentimes when we look at the topic of like being able to make a living off like touring and being a touring musician, from the outside looking in, we're always kind of told that an artist lifestyle is not an economic lifestyle. It's not an economically prosperous lifestyle. And that fact alone, I'd say, is what definitely serves as like a catalyst for most people that are writing songs in their garage to just quit, you know, because they're like, all right, well, you know, if I'm going to go on tour and not make so much, you know.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, it's very tough. That's another thing for me. Like, I was touring a lot, but the reality, I mean, you got bills, you got to pay rent. Like, you know what I mean? So it's a tough decision. It's like I was like full throttle, like, let's do it. I was like at a corporate place, like working. And then when that started interfering with what I really wanted to do, I was like, you know what? I'm going to just take a chance and I'm just going to tour, you know? And it's not really about, I'm going to make all this money. It's because it was an experience that I've always wanted for myself. So that's why I went for it. It was never about the money.
Yeah.
If that was the case, then I shouldn't have gone. You know what I mean? But I mean, when do you get to like do that? Like, I was like, what? I'm gonna get to go to Europe and tour? Like, hell yeah, I'm going. Like,
yeah.
Oh, of course, you don't want to miss those opportunities. So
of course,
yeah, I'll be real with you. Like, I made that decision, and then it all kind of was like my little plan. Like, all right, I'm gonna tour, and I want to just do hair and be independent, so that I don't got to like ask anyone, hey, I gotta leave for this long. I just want to let you know, put in my notice or whatever. It was getting too complicated at that time because I was like getting like so many like different offers. So I put my music first, and you know, and then after a while, I was like, all right, I need to find what I'm gonna do, like, and what's gonna work for me, so that I'm not stressed out either, you know, and just relying on tours and music. Because unfortunately, especially the music I do, it's not mainstream, so we're not gonna get paid like all this money. Honestly, a lot of these bands do it because they love it. Obviously, they want to go somewhere, but yeah, you gotta like bite the bullet a lot of the times and make sacrifices. So I feel like a lot of people have that, like, you know, crossroad as far as like, am I gonna be a full-time musician or am I gonna work and like be comfortable? Like, it's such a tough choice to make because we all gotta have like a living, and we all have to make, you know, things happen for ourselves. So it's always that like decision. I'm at a point where it's like I have my stuff situated. Like I worked really hard for that, and I had to struggle a lot, and I still do, but it's kind of like I love it that much that I'm willing to go through the sacrifices, you know? And wherever it takes me, it takes me. I'm not like putting that pressure on myself anymore. Like, oh, you got to be like right here by this time. Like I feel like that like takes away like the fun of it and like the purpose, you know? So for me, I'm just, obviously you have to have a plan all the time if you want to go somewhere, but I'm not like putting that pressure on myself. It's more like I'm gonna do what I know how to do, and we'll see what happens. That's all I could do.
Yeah.
Try to be a part of as many things as I can to put myself out there. So that's kind of how I'm working right now.
And so when you were first going on tour, right, and you were still working at the corporate office, was when did it start like become a problem? Was it like were they cool with it like the first 2 or 3 tours, and then after that they're just kind of like, all right, what's going on? Or like,
yeah, like at that time I felt I was very lucky to have like a dope manager who's like really supportive. I was like so like lucky for sure. And they were like cool with it. They were like, well, I saved all my vacation time, like didn't miss a day, you know? I saved it, I let it accumulate, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna use that for my tour, which was very like convenient. And then when I started getting more and more stuff, and then the management changed, it was over. Once the management changed, it was like they don't get what I'm doing, they don't know me, they're not gonna care. So of course they're like, you can't just leave all the time. And I get it, like it's a job, you know? So that's why like for me, I was like, you know what am I gonna do? Am I gonna stay here and not go to Germany and not go to France? Or am I going to sacrifice and be like, I'm gonna go and I'll figure it out? And that's what I did. And it was like probably crazy of me, but I don't have any regrets. I'm glad it pushed me to the right direction for sure.
yeah, I mean, you know, in theory, those jobs will be there when you get back. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's what I told myself. Am I really gonna stay here and like have to think, oh my God, I would have been like performing right now. Like that would have killed me. Like I'm like, no way. I'm not gonna do that to myself. I'm gonna freaking go. So that's what I ended up doing.
Yeah. I think you made it for sure.
Oh heck yeah. I think I made the right choice. And there was moments where I was like, dude, what did I do? What was I thinking? You know, when you're like stressed, but then I'm like, nah, I'm good. You know, once you like get back into your flow, you just have to figure it out, like what works for you. Like if you want to make music, but you also want to have security, it's hard. You
Yeah.
have to figure it out, and I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to kind of circle it back to my original question in terms of like going on tour all the time, like and being an active musician, what is something that you okay? What is not something you wish you knew, but what's the biggest useful piece of advice that you would give to somebody who's preparing to go on tour for the first time and preparing for a lifestyle of touring all the time?
Just honestly, the most important thing is have fun. Like I made the most out of everywhere I went, because there's nothing worse than feeling like, man, I should have done this, or I should have enjoyed it more.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I felt like I lived it to the fullest. So have fun. It's easy to like want to, you know, obviously like, you know, you're gonna party and have fun and all that, but like get your rest, you know, make sure you get your rest and you're taking care of yourself, because sometimes if you're not like taking care of yourself, or you're not paying attention to your body, you can get sick or like not feel good. So I always made sure that, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I was like partying a lot, but like, you know, in a way that like was not crazy or anything, you know, like I enjoy drinking and all that. So I feel like definitely be careful when it comes to that. Like you don't want to like go crazy one night and then the next night you wake up and you're like hungover or something. Like
Yeah.
that's all bad. So I'm gonna say like like have fun and just enjoy it and get your rest, take care of yourself, and just always try to like enjoy every moment. That's kind of my advice.
Yeah. So you started the whole solo project in 2013 when you signed, and you've been touring and playing shows and putting out music. How did it stay? I was about to call you guys las, las Rucas, but the
It
Rucas.
actually did start like that, but then it turned into the Rucas.
And even when I read the Rucas, for some reason I said las Rucas, like in my mind.
Yeah, that I did the same thing like the first time, but we ended up making it the Rucas, like because it had a better ring to it, you know.
Yeah. So how did that come together? Like, were you guys all friends? Did you guys had this idea?
Yeah, I've known those girls for a while. Like, so basically, yeah, I've known them for a long time and we were talking, like, you know, just messaging each other. And at the time, three of the girls lived in the same house and I saw that they would jam. And I'm like, dude, that's so dope. Like, you guys like jam out and stuff. And they're like, yeah, you should come, like, come jam out with us. And I've always wanted to like play in an all girl band just because I'm all about that energy.
Mm.
And also, I never like got to play punk music. I never like really got to be in a punk band. So, and I love the music and there's like so many like bands I listen to that I'm like, man, a lot of people don't cover these bands. Like, it would be so dope to be able to sing these songs or play these songs.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've always had like the idea, like, it'd be cool to cover these songs, but it never happened, you know, and I was just so busy. And then, yeah, we were just messaging each other and they're like, oh, yeah, we jam out, you know, we're just hanging out here. If you want to come down, like, you should come jam with us. I'm well, hell yeah, I'm down. So it literally turned into like me going over there one time. We were just like all kind of planning it. Oh, what songs should we play? And I was like sending them songs like we should do these, and they're like okay. And then they had like songs they wanted to do, and we ended up just playing for fun. And then I don't know, from there we were just like, dude, we actually like sound pretty good, and like we have like a good chemistry. Like we all get along, we have fun, we laugh, like we're just messing around, and then like we play and like it's dope. So from there we just like we're like we enjoy this, we're having fun, we should just like play a show, why not, fuck it. My other girl Kimmy like came in later on because there was a song where I was like, dude, I can't play and sing this, like this is like confusing as hell. So I was like, hey, do you want to jump on bass for this song and that song? And she's like, sure. And then it turned out, hey, do you want to play all the songs? Because I want to sing and I want to just like go crazy. So that's how it happened. We literally just started playing and it was crazy. Like we got mad support. Like I didn't expect it. Like I had so many different people that I know that promote shows and like have venues and stuff like that they promote. They're like, dude, like let's set something up. Are you guys free this day? Are you guys free? And I was like, no way, we're getting shows. Like I did not prepare for this. And I was like telling the girls, hey, by the way, we got hit up for this. And they got all stoked and excited about it. And then they asked, well, how much do you guys charge? And I'm like, what? Like, we're not even, I don't know. So I was talking to them and I'm like, hey, what do we charge? Like, are we even trying to do all that? Like, I don't know. Like, we didn't talk about that. We were just doing it for fun. So then we decided, why don't we donate what we make? Because I mean, we all like have our jobs and stuff and like we're all doing our thing. Like, why don't we just like donate what we make from that? We're just doing it for fun. It would be weird to just like, you know, why don't we just donate it to like causes and like organizations and stuff, like nonprofit. And we were just like thinking about it and we were getting all pumped. And I'm like, oh my God, that would be so cool to be able to do that. Like I've been wanting to like give back for so long and I didn't know how. Cause I mean, it's easy to just donate, you know, but to make it like a movement and to like, it was just like really cool. I'm all, heck yeah, I'm so down with that idea. So then that's kind of what we're known for, to like play. And we're all, okay, we're going to donate to this place. We've donated to like just different places that we were like able to have the opportunity to do so. Like, the first one we did was for MIRA, the Mississippi Immigrants Association. Like, so basically like that Mississippi raid that happened, that was like insane. It just like really affected us and it was sad. And we're like, dude, we need to donate to that. Like, let's make a show dedicated to donate to that. Like, so we did. And from there, we just kept donating to different organizations.
Yeah. And I mean, you guys are still doing that. I mean, this Sunday at 7 is when the live stream?
Yeah, at 7:00. And we're going to play like 14 song set. We're going to play songs from X-Ray Specs, No Doubt. So the No Doubt one, we actually like made it like punk, you know?
Yeah.
We're doing X, The Clash, Luna Chicks, The Distillers, a lot of bands that like we grew up listening to. So it's like a nice little like nostalgic ride, like when we play all the songs, especially like Distillers and like all like the early 2000, like like 90s stuff, so it's pretty dope because like you don't hear that a lot anymore.
Yeah.
So that's like what we're doing. Oh, we do Bikini Kill too,
Oh,
so a
yeah.
lot of like Riot Girl stuff. So
Can we ever expect the Rucas to do like any like originals, or you guys are gonna keep it to covers for
you
now?
know what, we've been asked that like a couple times,
Mhm.
and as far as right now, like it's just something we want to do for fun.